I saw a clip today from LBC where a woman from my hometown of Leicester rang in to state that she feels uncomfortable in this city now because there are many men there from the quote-unquote third world that make her feel quite uncomfortable.
But seriously, Tom, it's getting the mass migration is beyond a joke, and in Leicester at the moment it is terrible, absolutely terrible. People
terrible?
are being sexually assaulted. You can't go anywhere. People don't want to go anywhere in crowds no more. Or you go out to a club and you're getting looked at. They look at you. They look at the way they look at you. They look through you, through your clothes, through your bones. It's awful, Tom.
How do you know?
Now, you've probably already detected what's going on here. This man is concerned because this woman is speaking about migrants, henceforth she is bad. As I speak about a lot on this channel, liberals function under progressive moral theology. They see the world as oppressors and the oppressed. This breaks down into the famous progressive stack. If you're a white straight male, you're essentially an oppressor for simply existing. If you're a white woman, you get some victim points, but you're still white. So as this lady is finding out, her white woman's status does not trump somebody from the third world because they are people of quote-unquote colour, and to the liberal mind that means they will always be given the benefit of the doubt. And this is why in this clip, despite him being the sort of bloke that'd normally tell you we have to believe all women and learn about feminism and check our toxic masculinity, when it comes to a woman complaining about feeling sexually lured at by guys from the third world, to him she's the problem, so he's got to try and find some gotcha to prove her as a massive racist.
It's happened to me.
But how do you know that they're looking through you and through your bones?
Because the way they stare at you.
Right. And who's they?
Remember, we already know who they are. He's just hoping she will slip up and say something that would offend a middle-class guardianista so we can call her an evil racist bigot.
A lot of people that have come over from the third world country.
And how do you know they've come from a third world country?
They don't speak proper English.
Well,
Or very little English.
Well, how do you know? Have you tested their English?
Yes.
You've tested their English as they've stared through you and through your bones?
Because I'll say, what are you looking at? And they'll go, oh.
Right. So you feel intimidated by mainly men who aren't white?
Mainly men that have come over from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Punjab. You can just go to a normal takeaway shop and they're staring at you. You could just go out for a drink and they're everywhere.
Now this guy clearly does not care one jot about what's going on in this woman's life, maybe because he's middle class and she's working class so he thinks she's scum. And let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe this woman is a terrible evil racist and she just hates people from different parts of the world. But you'd still let her have her say. You wouldn't jump on her after every single sentence trying to catch her out with word games and so on. To accentuate this point, let's do the old switcheroo. Let's say we had an Indian or Pakistani woman ringing into this fella, saying that when she walks down the road on a Friday night, a load of white blokes in England shirts leer at her, they stare at her, they stare through her bones, they say horrible things to her. Do you really think he'd be saying, really? Have you spoken to them? When? How did that go? How do you know how they talk? Tell me. Of course he wouldn't. He'd be all teary-eyed and sympathetic. And this is the exact problem with liberalism. All their wonderful virtues and toxic masculinity and believe all women goes out the window as soon as it involves one of their treasured groups. Then it's tough luck, you racist bigot, suck it up. And the worst thing is, this guy will leave the studio thinking he did the right thing, that he gave her what for and he's got the moral high ground. He won't see why many people don't trust the mainstream media because of behaviour like his, why increasingly people feel they have to vote for parties like Reform and others because they don't feel that the mainstream parties even listen to them. In fact, they just mock them. But then trendy London liberals don't have to deal with these problems, or they just pretend they're not existing. They can just listen to the proles ring in on the radio and make out that they're just stupid, ignorant bigots. At least that's the party line. Let's see how long that one will last. Do let me know your thoughts down below and do consider subscribing to the channel if you know.